is no way I can believe in God. There's no proof. I refuse to believe him.
Oh, Soka, you need proof of everything, huh?
Of course, goof. What's his point? All you people do is say, my book said so, so it's true. That's not convincing enough for me. I have never once heard anything logical come from you Christians. You guys walk around here with your book of wishes and thinking it actually means real sense.
No one lives their lives based on proof alone. You need faith, whether you like it or not. I told you this before, it takes more faith to be an atheist.
What? I find that laughable. What don't you understand? Here we go again with this blind faith tomfoolery. You're still holding on to this sense of false hope. I don't share faith like you people. I don't. I'm sorry.
Do you believe you can be wrong about any of your thoughts or what you just said today?
Of course I do, but I have the confidence level to know I'm not. You see, there is a range of confidence that people can have. It's called confidence, not faith. You misunderstand. You're just wrong.
Becoming a Christian is not a matter of going to unbelief of God to belief in God. It's going from suppressing the truth to professing the truth. You don't have faith, you have confidence. Confide from the Latin, meaning with faith.
Did you really think you said something? Even if that proves in a way I have faith, it's certainly not blind faith like you believe.
I want you to understand that is not what Christians believe. The meaning of faith is, like other religions do, submitting to turning off their brain for blind faith. You can keep your reasoning and be spiritual. In Hebrews it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, spiritual, and the evidence of things not seen. The evidence of things not seen. Logical and reasoning. Think of it like a fill in the blank. The answer must be this because we have or see this. For example, you have a car. There must be keys that exist, even if you can't find them or see them. In a math equation, you're not gonna say it's nothing or you just don't know. You look at the evidence and you figure it out. Every problem has a solution. If our faith is blind and without reason, why would I go to such great lengths to argue and reason with you rather than just demand you stop thinking, stop asking questions, and just have faith? The good old trust me, bro.
All right. So by the Bible's definition, you don't believe blindly. I respect that, actually. But the faith you have still doesn't exhibit reasonable proof.
I will not bring up the Bible and still prove to you that God exists.
Oh, by all means, go on. I want to see this proof.
Did you know there's no such thing as proof in the scientific world? There's only evidence. Jack Fraser, master's physicist at the University of Oxford, said this. He said nobody can prove that things will always fall down when you drop them. Nobody can prove that energy is conserved. Nobody can prove that dark matter exists. Nobody can prove that quantum physics is real, because that is not what science is about. Instead, the very definition of science relies on collecting strong evidence to support or refute a theory, as the concept of proof is typically used with absolute certainty, which is not achievable in the world of science. I love science, probably more than your average atheist, to be honest with you. But to view science as the understanding of everything is a myopic way of thinking. This comes as a bit of a shock to many people. At school, we're taught science in terms of being absolute facts. This attitude carries all the way into college and even adulthood. This is a form of indoctrination. Science is your religion, or your worldview rather, and you believe in it with faith, or confide, to be true. The problem is, quite simply, this way of thinking doesn't exist in the real world. Proof can only exist when there is no doubt, and there is always doubt. You could be a bot in the Matrix right now, living in a crazy simulation, like the woke bros be saying. You could be hallucinating everything. You cannot prove anything. So what is to be done, huh? Well, either you can sit down and just accept the world is a chaotic, insane place, and that since you cannot prove anything about reality, there's really no point of trying. F it, right? Or you can gather evidence, and the evidence leads to there being a God of this world.
Well then, okay, how? How do I know without your Bible saying so? Huh? You can't. I only believe in things I can touch, hear, smell, my five senses. Not your unicorn daddy.
Don't bring up the Bible right now. We're going off logic here, man. Do you believe in love, man?
Yeah, I do.
Can you touch love?
Nope. Why? That doesn't matter.
So you believe in emotions. You believe in things that you cannot touch, taste, feel, or even...
No, I can feel love. That's not true.
Can you put love on a scale? Can you weigh it?
No, but I can feel it for sure. You can't tell me otherwise.
Okay, sure. Would you say it's a physical feeling or a metaphysical feeling?
No, I see what you're trying to do here, okay? I know I have the five senses and I can't use them here, but I know I have a brain. That is considered my sixth sense as well, that I can feel love.
So how do you think these senses are communicated? What communicates these senses to you?
I would have to say my brain.
Exactly. So it's your brain that communicates your physical senses to you, yet your brain also communicates a metaphysical sense. It does not create it. It communicates it to you. So this is showing you again, you believe in and acknowledge a metaphysical existence that goes beyond your physical senses. So you believe in something that is beyond your physical senses, and that's okay. Now that we know the metaphysical realm is real, that brings us to the creation of the universe. How would you say it came to be?
I would say the Big Bang Theory. It's the most logical explanation we have to understand how we got here.
If you were to rewind it all the way back into an infinitely small point that was combined and congested, all the way up until it was nothing, and suddenly there's energy, there's matter, there's heat. Boom, matter explodes, energy explodes into the universe, boom, we have the universe created.
So you think I'm not gonna notice you left out one of the most important components of that happening? You know a star exploded, right?
No, oh, bro, that is not the Big Bang Theory.
What do you mean that's not the Big Bang Theory? You think it just boom, boom, pow, and it just happened?
Yes, that's the definition of the Big Bang Theory.
There was no stars yet. There was no gravity yet for a star to be held. There was no space for a star to be at. All that came to be from the Big Bang.
So you said this makes more sense to you.
Okay, you got a point there. I digress.
So we have this foundation, and we know scientifically that the universe was created. It had a beginning.
Now hold on, there's not a scientist on the planet that will say that.
Do you know who Stephen Hawking was?
Yeah, of course.
He said the universe began. He was an atheist, by the way. And he tried to come up with the resolution of getting away from God. And he came up with the universe created itself because of gravity. Fry. And Stephen Hawking was a genius, by the way. This is how foolish atheism would make a genius, bro. A genius would become a fool in an instant because now they are saying things that are inherently contradictory. You cannot say the universe is created, however it created itself. That's a bold-faced contradiction. It's straight up stupid. This would be so unlogically miraculous. It's more extreme than some of the miracles in the Bible.
You don't think you are being biased about this, Bible boy?
I mean, I'm biased towards truth. I don't care about my feelings in none of this.
Okay, but whose truth?
It's the truth. There is no whose truth.
No. See, man.
See, here it is. So you believe truth is subjective?
Yeah, it can be. And there is some subjective truth, though.
Now, what you just said, is that objective or subjectively true?
It is absolutely subjective. However... Oh, nah, see, you're tweaking. You see, God is the one who made the rules. And when you start to go against the rules, you begin to float on a position that is baseless, that you have no foundation on. It's scary. That's why people like Stephen Hawking will have positions that are self-refuting. And it doesn't take a genius to see it. Okay, whatever. So now what?
So now we know that's cap. We need a reasonable explanation that follows that's logical to say.
So what that mean, God?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
But you have no proof, so you're yap, child.
Let's demonstrate. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. The universe begins to exist, therefore the universe has a cause. This is what we know about the universe. Time, space, matter, and energy had a beginning. So that means there was a cause that had to be timeless, infinite, not bound to time, spaceless, not limited to space, omnipresent, energy, so it has to be infinitely tireless, meaning all powerful, and immaterial, not made of matter, not limited to matter and physical space. What would you call that cause?
I would say, if I had to call that phenomenon, I would say is.
So what do you think?
I said is. Like is. The word is. Just is.
Okay.
Now, don't get frustrated with me, bro. That's the best honest answer I can give you based off what I know from this knowledge. I'm sorry.
No, I actually love your answer because this is what God said to Moses in the Bible. Moses says, "Who are you? What am I supposed to say to the people?" Basically like, who sent me? He says to tell them, "I am that I am." In other words, is, always was, forever will will be, just is. That description is literally God's name.
What? That's gotta be a coincidence.
You know, I think it's kind of funny. Every atheist thinks they're a scientist, but science itself doesn't agree with you. The geniuses of this world don't agree with you. It's time to face reality that you are created and loved by God, and He wants a relationship with you. Do you want it? Yes or no? But you can no longer say He's not real. The evidence is evident. You cannot just say nuh-uh and dismiss the facts that evidence leads to. I believe in the Big Bang. I just know who baked it. You are not smart enough to be an atheist. This isn't about being right. It's about what's right. It's not about putting 2 and 2 together. It's about putting 2 plus 2 together. These things are common sense that add up and make sense. It's not a puzzle. Stop overthinking it. This very well may be a new perspective. I'm definitely leaning towards the agnostic now, Tim. I'm not gonna lie.